Now, look, we've seen our fair share of right-wing graffiti targeting Muslims, liberals, transgender people, Jews especially, after the election of Donald Trump. Now, a lot of those cases were from actual hateful people, many who supported, or at least we would think they supported Trump, and at least one case or several cases from left-wingers who tried to blame and frame conservatives. Now, this case, we have the opposite that happened. Now, Talking Points member reports that a West Hartford, Connecticut man had admitted last month of vandalizing an elementary school playground to make it appear that somebody who was progressive or a liberal had written it and not him. Now, this is the story of Stephen Marks. Now, he is seen on surveillance video writing what is later found to have said, quote, "Kill Trump, Bernie Sanders 2020, death to Trump, and here's the best. The left is the best." Let me stop right there. That other stuff's horrific, except for Bernie Sanders 2020. But left is best. That is nearly as bad of a slogan as the DCCC came up with, which oddly, of course, would make it more believable. I mean, come on, dude. One of their slogans was, "Hey, have you seen the other guys?" Terrible. Terrible. Only a right-winger would come up with, "The left is the best." That's a terrible slogan. But anyway, incredibly cringeworthy. Now, again, on the other stuff, it's horrible. And it's actually should be considered a threat against the president. Again, kill Trump. That's what it says. So, yes, you should take that very, very seriously. Because, again, that is a death. It seems like a death threat against Donald Trump. And, look, we're not in favor of that. Okay? Now, this stuff, this graffiti, was meant to paint all leftists as violent. Obviously, that's not true. And look, last month, it also happened to be pretty close to that horrific shooting in Virginia at the baseball field, right? So, bad timing on that, okay? So now, why did he do it? Well, this is ironic. According to a warrant for his arrest, the Hartford Courant reported, Marks scribbled the graffiti out of anger towards liberals, and they are breaking major laws every day and being disrespectful towards our government. So, this guy, he's like, how dare those liberals to break the law? I'm going to show them by breaking the law. Wait, what? Not a smart person, okay? May have been drunk. I don't know. Now, speaking of disrespect, who spent the last 8 years being disrespectful towards the government, especially towards the president? I don't know if you guys remember all the lynching imagery that was associated with right-wingers protesting Barack Obama. Hang in there, you know, all the grotesque stuff. And again, look, I'm not the, biggest fan of Obama. Of course, I've criticized him, but I've criticized him on policy issues. These guys were just rabid. Like, lynch Obama. It's disgusting. So it's disgusting when you see it happen on the right. It's disgusting when you see it happen on the left, which thankfully doesn't happen all that often. Because again, most leftists are nonviolent by nature. Well, of course, that's not always the case, 100%, obviously. But anyway. Look, what about being disrespectful towards the government? Well, I tend to remember as well, during that 8 years, a lot of conspiracy theories against the government and a lot of hatred against the government and government programs, especially, and government agencies. So who's being disrespectful? But hey, man, it's okay. Now that Donald Trump's in charge, the government is actually suddenly wonderful. Funny how that works out. But see, again, this guy, not very smart. Not only did he not realize that there were cameras, but again, he wrote death threats against Donald Trump while pretending to be a liberal. What other stuff has he done while pretending to be a liberal? We don't know. But we do know that's an incredibly dumb thing to do. I mean, look, dude, don't you have better things to do? But this is a good example of kind of how bad it's gotten in this country. How much anger and hate we have from opposing sides. This is ironically the same type of environment that created Donald Trump and unfortunately will likely sustain it. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.